Hi, I'm Susan. Welcome to the Donley Auctions Hour. So glad you could join us. We are here every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on WLS AM 890. We are an auction house that welcomes both buyers and consigners from all over the world. We specialize in antiques, but we also get the coolest collection of cars, military items, coins, firearms, you name it. We're going to talk about that today, about how you can consign great items with us and how you can bid online to buy them. I'm in the studio today with Randy Donley. Randy and I are partners in the auction company, and with Ryan Boyle, our coins and currency guy today. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, Susan. Thank you for being here today with us.
We have a lot to talk about.
We sure do. I mean, and you mentioned that we get some really cool stuff in. That's way beyond. I mean, cool just doesn't even begin to sum it up.
I know.
The stuff that walks in the door here at Donley Auction is absolutely, I overuse the word incredible, but
that's okay.
It is
but cool
incredible.
Kind of sums it all up.
Super cool.
Super cool is even better, Ryan. Thank you. And the reason why we got such super cool stuff coming in is our annual Fall Classic coming up October 23rd to the 25th. Folks, we're going to tell you all about it. Stay tuned.
Without a doubt, it is our best auction.
Of the year, yeah.
All of our classics are good, but this one, really just kind of like sums up everything we do, because so many of our specialties are being showcased in this auction. I mean, we have slot machines, jukeboxes, pinball machines, all the great coin-operated items like Nickelodeons, and we've got a violin machine.
Well, can I just mention that jukebox that came in yesterday?
Yeah.
What a beauty that was.
Oh, my goodness.
I cannot wait for the records are coming, right? So we can plug it in and listen to it and dance.
The records are here, yeah.
Okay, I want to hear that one.
A 1950s Seaberg jukebox. It's a Model C, totally restored.
It's beautiful.
And it was restored by RJB Restorations. They used to be known for doing the best. And their restorations last. Sometimes you get a piece restored and it's good for 2-3 years and it needs work again. This jukebox is ready to go and ready to give a whole new life to somebody's rec room.
There aren't too many things that I want to put into my house, like big stuff like that. I like small things that I can carry, but that jukebox is amazing. That is definitely one that I would love to have.
It's got the Happy Days look.
It's got the Happy Days look to it, for sure. Mm-hmm. And that's coming up on Friday, everyone, on Friday, October 24th, because that is a Friday night auction that starts at 5 p.m. and will go till about 11 p.m., I would say. We're only going to do 300 lots, the best of the best that we have here right now, going up on Friday, and here's why.
Well, people ask me all the time, Susan, why are you running this Friday night auction? It's so out of character with what you do, because most of your auctions all start at 10 a.m. And we run this auction this whole weekend in conjunction with the Slot Machine and Jukebox Show, which will be now at the Renaissance Center, a new location.
In Schaumburg.
It's the coin-op show that is the best of all coin-op shows in the country.
Yeah, I have to agree.
So if you're a buyer, you have to visit this because, again, it's right in Chicago, right in Schaumburg.
Right off of I-90.
Area. And, I mean, it's the best. We have it right in our backyard. You don't need to run to California or some other state. It's right here in Illinois.
And people from all over the world will be attending the Chicagoland Coin-Op Show. So we schedule an auction in the evening on Friday so they can all come out for our event.
And again, the purpose of the evening is so that we don't compete or conflict with the hours of the show. They're running a show all day long, and we don't want to take away from that. We actually set up at this show. We've set up at this show for like 40 years.
And that's a good point, too, because if you want to come out and meet us, we'll be at the Chicagoland Coin-Op Show also with a booth.
All day long,
so you can come out and say hi.
We don't compete. We run ours as the nighttime entertainment for all the exhibitors who have come to set up and for all the people from all over the world who are coming to buy. Our auction Friday night starts at, I think,
5
this year,
p.m.
5
5 p.m.
which is an hour earlier than normal, but the show is over at 4.
Right.
And then from the Renaissance Center to our door, it's only a half-hour ride at the
Isn't
most.
that nice? Yeah.
Easy to get to, right up I-90. And then, of course, we have free food and beverage.
Yes, for all of our registered bidders, anybody that comes in is going to have a free buffet, so you don't have to stop on the way. We want you to be there at 5 o'clock. We'll have food and beverage, coffee, desserts, and some surprises along the way while you're sitting comfortably at the auction house.
You got it. But our October sale is October 23rd through the 25th. So the 23rd being a Thursday, what all do we have on that day, Susan?
So because we can only do 300 lots on Friday night, because we don't want to keep everybody here till midnight, everything else that is just as good quality can't fit on Friday. We're going to run it on Thursday. So it's really a lot of coin-op related machines, lots of advertising and signs, and general antiques that are just cool. I'm going to keep saying super cool. So that's going to start at 10 a.m. on Thursday. However, let's go back now. That's Thursday from 10 a.m. till whenever we're done. Probably about 700-800 lots of great items. Friday during the day.
We have another auction.
We're going to throw in some toys. And Ryan, do you want to talk about the toys? That will start at 10 a.m.
Ryan's
on Friday.
been sitting here patiently
He's
waiting to
say, let me
get
say
on
something.
the air.
Oh, you got the toys. Go.
Go ahead. Go, Ryan.
Well, I'm starting the Friday auction with a nice run of really nice vintage toys. It's not going to be a large run. I'm guessing about
200 to
250, 300, something like that.
That's a nice auction. Yeah.
And it'll
it's
be
good toys.
Yeah, and it's all good fun material. I have a lot of tin wind-up, tin litho, Tootsie Toy, Lionel trains, HO trains.
Trains are still selling really well, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're still highly
absolutely.
collectible.
Especially the mint in box.
They got to have the box, yeah.
With a box, it certainly adds to it. And then I also have some contemporary trains, too.
You also have a great collection from the Ted London collection.
Yes.
Ted's got some great toys coming up.
Yes, some very, very super cool items. I have to say some...
He's got some Buddy L trucks.
Buddy L trucks.
And that's like a restored, beautiful piece there.
A lot of them have been restored. I think some of them are original, but they're either way they present extremely well. Would look beautiful on anyone's shelf for display.
And ladies and gentlemen, we use the name Ted London because many of you, if you're from the Chicago area, you would all know Ted London. He's a premier collector of not only toys, he's selling a lot of toys in this auction, but he also is selling off a big portion of his coin-op collection, meaning coin-operated items, be it slot machines and small games, peanut machines.
Arcade machines.
Oh, my goodness.
Ted's got a great eye for items.
He certainly does, and Ted will be here. If you don't know Ted and would like to meet him, he'll be here at the auction also.
Yeah.
So that was Thursday, General Antiques. Friday, toys. It's antique and vintage toys, right?
Yep.
Then we're going to take a break, and then the evening event are the highlighted, super cool items
Top
Friday
300.
night. Now let's talk about Saturday. Saturday again, Ryan.
This is Ryan's day
Ryan's specialty.
to shine.
Yes.
Saturday. Tell us what's
What's happening on Saturday?
Well, I'll tell you, I have quite a few items that could very easily go on Friday. For instance, the 1789 George Washington inaugural button.
You've mentioned that before, and it's been on our podcast and everything. But really, when George Washington was running for president, he actually had buttons that would be sewn onto clothing, manufactured, so that was almost like the very first political. I mean, literally, a political button used to be a button.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
and
I didn't realize that. So it's really small then. It's really small in a little case.
It's probably
size of a dime.
Size of a dime.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was local merchants that made them. This particular one is one of the rarest. It does still have the shank. The shank is the part where the thread would go through the back.
Okay.
So it's complete. It's an AU condition. It is the.
Can you tell me what that means, Ryan? I'm sorry. What does AU condition
I'm
mean
sorry,
for a political button?
AU would, in the coin world, be indicative of almost uncirculated. So uncirculated would be.
So you're saying it's in pretty darn good condition.
Yeah, especially for its
Okay.
age.
Good,
It's,
thank you.
hasn't seen a lot of wear. And the cool part about this one that I personally like is it says on there in quotation, "Long live the president," which was a stab at "Long live the king."
Oh,
So,
interesting. Wow.
And as far as rarity, there's conflicting information, but I could say in '05 Harold Cobb's catalog noted only 3 in existence.
My
So
goodness.
best case scenario, there's a handful. Worst case, there's 3, and we have one of them.
So that is on Saturday. That's not going to be one of the best of the best on Friday, even though it could be, but you're going to throw that on Saturday with coins and currency.
Yeah, I feel that it
Okay.
would.
Yeah,
a
you've
better
got
grouping.
quite a day. Mention some of the other great pieces. I was looking, of course, at the Babe Ruth.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we like the
framed
sports, yeah.
photograph that actually came out of the New York Yankees office.
Yep.
Give me a break. How it can't get any rarer than that.
No, and I'll tell you, rare and iconic. As far as baseball and American history, honestly, it doesn't get more iconic than Babe Ruth.
Right.
And that photo graced Yankee Stadium's main office from roughly the late 20s till the early 70s. And then it was purchased by a collector. It stayed in that collection for about 20 years, and then now it's available for purchase.
Excellent. You're listening to the Donley Auctions Hour. We'll be right back.
Remember that old box of sports cards? It's more than a memory, it could be a treasure. Hi, I'm Ryan with Donley Auctions, and I am looking for your sports memorabilia, cards, and other collectibles. Turn your collection into cash. Call me today at 815-923-7000.
Donley Auctions, Donley, auctions with an S, always looking for quality consignments.
815-923-7000.
And that's 815-923-7000.
Give me a call today.
Before we talk more about the items that you have, I just want to explain to everybody listening out there why you're even listening to our show right now. But the fact is, we're kind of sandwiched in between financial shows. So there's 2 things Donley Auctions can do for you. First and foremost, we have all this great merchandise, which is really, a lot of it is investment grade merchandise. If you want to invest your money or you're a collector of all these things, we've got great merchandise for you to purchase and invest your money in. Or we can sell your items. So many of you are sitting on large collections that maybe you've inherited. So many times, one person in the family is the big collector, whether it's a single item or they eclectically collected everything. We can help you to sell all these items, and our catchphrase always is, we make it fit in your wallet.
Well, I have 5 reasons why anyone should consign with us. And let me tell you what they are real quick. Number 1, we have a worldwide reach of an audience. When we're online, we have thousands of people watching.
Yeah,
Number
we do.
2,
Yeah.
we get amazing prices. You are going to get a better return with Donley Auctions than you ever will with a neighbor or at a garage sale or anywhere else. Again, because of our worldwide reach. Number 3, we have a fantastic team of experts that are going to help identify and not really appraise, but estimate the value of the items that you have.
We give you our honest
Our
opinions
honest
of
opinion.
what auction results is going to get
That's
you.
right. Number 4, our photography is outstanding. We have professional photographers that make all of your items look great online. You can see every little flaw, scratch, nick, you have it.
And-
Photographs can really tell you a lot.
And while you mention that, let's give Jim and Becky
Let's.
Ovos a shout
Shout
out there.
out.
They are our photographers.
From-
They own.
JPM Photography. They work with us. It's a husband and wife team, Jim and Becky. We love them dearly. And they also do photography for weddings and live events, and they travel, they do all kinds of stuff. So check them out on their website at yourdreamscaptured.com to get more information on Jim and Becky.
They are incredible, and that's why we have them at Donley Auctions, of course.
Well, yeah, people have said that our photography has accelerated to such a high level at this point that people can really tell when you are in South Korea, if you want to look at something online, you can really tell what the item looks like.
So I interrupted you, Susan.
That's okay. I'm used to it. That's
Continue.
all right. I got one more to go. Number 5, our marketing team, phenomenal. They will get all of our items up in front of a global audience of collectors around the world. They hit the ground running with our podcast radio show, publications, social media, you name it, videotaping, going to shows. They're everywhere. Our marketing team is fantastic. And those are the reasons why you should consign with Donley Auctions.
And it's a perfect time to mention what exactly happens at an auction, which is very simply, so many people still think that the auction world is only a live audience where where you bring in your items for sale and 100 people show up and they're bidding live, and if things go cheap, they go cheap, and everybody's there for a deal. That makes many people really afraid to use the auction method to sell their items, when in fact everything has changed in auction world. Ever since the computer, auction business has exploded because we are no longer dependent on who shows up in our showroom.
Right, because it can be raining, snowing.
Any disaster that takes place.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can be at a football game, you can be driving, you can still bid.
So the reality is you no longer need to come live, even though we still run live auctions. We still have an audience come and bid live, but we're online all over the world on 3 or 4 online websites for every auction that we do. People are bidding, again, not only in the United States, but all over the world.
So let's answer the question they're all thinking right now. How do I do that? Where do I go? What's the first step? So first thing you want to do is go to our website at donleyauctions.com, DONLEY, auctions.com. We'll have all that information we just talked about on how to consign with us and how to buy with us, how to even bid online. You can also give us a call at 815-923-7000. And if you prefer to talk to someone in person, we would love to hear from you.
Susan, we do get calls every day, and what's really interesting is ever since we have changed our time on our show to Sundays at 10, people think, well, there's no point in calling because nobody's there today on a Sunday, when in reality, even if we're already on the phone or we're not there, please, you can call. While you're thinking about it, don't wait. Call us now, and at the bare minimum, leave a message.
Leave a message, yeah. Sure. We get back to everyone, within 24 hours, and we pass out that information to our experts so that they can make those return phone calls. Or if you also would like to just send us an email with photos. All I need are some photos. What do you have? Where are you located? How much do you have? Send that to consign@donleyauctions.com.
And I so agree with that, because the phone is for dinosaurs like myself, who...
Those of you who don't know you are a dinosaur, yes.
Who are not that
dinosaur.
Computer literate, but almost everybody today wants to use a computer, and
we get probably 40 to 50 emails a day. So give us a little bit of time on that. We definitely get back to you within a couple days with at least an answer of where you're located. Are these in a basement? Are there stairs? Is there an elevator? Can you drop it off? So we'll ask some questions and at least get the ball rolling for you. But you have to take the first step. You either call or email us.
Okay, now back to Ryan.
Because
he's been waiting patiently.
I have a
to tell us what all he has in this auction.
I have a big question for Ryan. Yep. Because I think I know the answer, and I want you to talk about it again. What is your favorite item coming up in that Saturday auction that you are just excited to tell everyone about?
Well, I have quite a few, but I'd have to say, growing up on the north side of Chicago, it'd have to be the Cubs PSA.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Talk about that, please.
The Cubs
because
card collection.
There's a lot to say about that grouping.
It's quite the insane card collection. It's literally the number one PSA registry set. And basically what the idea is, you want to have every Cubs player slabbed and graded by PSA from 1952 to present. Basically, this set is 92% complete. Of the 92% completeness, 85% are 8 or above, of which 633 are 10s.
Okay.
Wow.
Need to interrupt you. Sorry, buddy, but I'm playing novice out there. I'm assuming that all of our listeners first don't know what PSA even means or what graded even means. So you're talking about a sports card collection right now, one of the best in the country, anywhere.
Probably globally.
And
Globally.
And so when
my
you're
gosh,
telling
I can't
people it's PSA and graded to 10 or this or that, explain a little bit more about what that means for our audience.
So when you get a sports card, you'd want to get it graded by one of the accepted professionals, which PSA is the number one by far.
And I've heard that time and time again. So you agree with that?
Yeah.
If somebody's going to get it done, you want it done PSA.
If you have higher end stuff or you want it done correctly, I would do it by PSA. Not to take away from SGC. SGC definitely has its
There
role.
are other good companies.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
We're not.
And some cards you don't need to have that super definition. But if you want to have that definition, you would definitely utilize PSA.
I see. Okay.
And on their grading scale, the highest is a 10. So if you have a 10, that's it's a perfect card.
Are there really any 10s out there, or is it so rare?
No, there are some. Now, certain cards are more difficult to have 10s. For instance, I forgot the year, I want to say the early 70s Topps had an all-black background, and you get any sort of edging on that, it's very hard. Black shows any sort of imperfection. So those are exceedingly hard to get higher grades on because it's very easy to see that imperfection. It depends on the card, but, it's probably, it could be a 1 of 1 or it could be 1 of, 500.
Well, I was told this once by a card expert years ago, and he said to me, Randy, cards aren't manufactured as 10s for the most part.
Yep.
So a 10 in a run of cards itself is super rare because it's not like all cards start at 10.
No, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
So that's an accurate
I did not know that.
You're
Okay.
1,000%
Wow.
right. And you got to think, too, these card companies, especially contemporary ones, but, they're in it to make money. So they are pumping out as many cards as they can, and, they're cutting them with just blades and just,
Oh, no, that's not good.
And so you're exactly right. To have a 10, it's not like every card starts off as a 10. A lot of cards you get right from a pack and you send off and you get a 6 or a 7.
So tell us more about this set. Once again, I'm Mr. Interruption
So you had
today.
mentioned that the card collection started in 1952.
Yep.
So what does the year signify?
Well, that's the first year that Topps started.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first year Topps started. Topps is the name of the
And Topps is
baseball
probably the
card
number one
manufacturer.
One of the, if not the most premier. It's arguable, but with baseball, I would say Topps is the most premier card
Most
maker.
collected, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And basically from 1952 up, the entire set is complete. There's basically 200 cards that you're missing that aren't slabbed. Slab meaning graded. Of those 200, though, 150 of those are included. So you already have the 150 of them to go send off, after which you'd only have to source about 50, and you'd have 100%. You'd have every Cubs player slabbed and graded from 1952 to present that Topps ever made. And the next person on the PSA registry list, I think, is at like 18% completion.
Ooh,
So
we beat them.
I mean, they're not even close right now.
So are you saying there are no baseball cards before 1952?
No tops.
No tops
no,
cards.
There's plenty of cards.
I know, but these are specifically tops cards.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So
okay.
a perfect
I just wanna be clear on that.
example would be like with Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle's rookie year was in 1951. His Bowman rookie is actually his rookie card, but his iconic rookie is a 1952 tops.
Okay, so we're going to take a break now, and when we come back, I want to talk about the value. You've got to let us know what you think this collection is going to sell for, and then we can talk to our guests and our audience out here about how they can consign their collections.
And I also have a little trivia question for Ryan, too, and we'll give you the answer after the break. What were the Chicago Cubs called before they were the Chicago Cubs? So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Donley Auctions Hour right here on WLS AM 890. Welcome back to the Donley Auctions Hour right here on WLS AM 890. We are on every Sunday at 10 a.m. We are Donley Auctions. We're located just 60 miles west of Chicago, right off of I-90. We're an auction house that specializes in super cool antiques and vintage items that we take on consignment, and we also help our collectors buy these wonderful items. So we're here today to talk about an upcoming auction that we have and other auctions that we have on our website. Check the schedule at donleyauctions.com, because it's never too late to give us a call or send us an email with items you might want to consign. So we want to educate you a little bit today on the type of items we're looking for and share information with you about items you might want to buy at auction.
So, Susan, right before the break, I said to Ryan that I really wanted him to fill us in with what you feel that card collection is worth. You're selling this entire card collection as one lot.
Yep.
One group. All for one
How
money.
much space does that collection take up?
It
Can you tell? Is it all?
It's 39 boxes.
So bring a truck.
Yeah,
With
or
a
a
pickup
large
truck.
SUV. When I picked it up, my whole SUV was filled. I couldn't look out my rearview mirror driving back from.
Okay, so an
I love
SUV
it.
full.
So that particular lot is coming up at our Fall Classic Auction, October 25th on Saturday.
Come to Donley Auctions and buy cards by the carload.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
and I'll tell you, this is for a Cubs fan. It is the collection, and whoever ends up with it is going to obviously be one heck of a Cubs enthusiast.
Yeah, that'll be
So
some bragging
again,
rights for sure.
Let's get down to it. What is this collection valued at?
It's very hard because there's no solid comp, but what I put it at is $100,000 to $400,000 with a
Yes.
$50,000 opening bid.
Excellent.
And previous to you saying that, I had heard it was really worth between $300,000 and $400,000. So that's an accurate statement.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's opening bid on it, and is there a reserve? Let our audience know.
There is a reserve, and the opening bid is $50K.
Okay.
Wow.
Good. Now back to my trivia question. I asked before we took that break. Ryan, this one's for you. What were the Chicago Cubs called before they were the Chicago Cubs?
This one's easy. It's the White Stockings.
The White Stockings. Yes. Very good. Yeah,
Really? Are you serious?
that's the White Stockings. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the White Stockings didn't become the White Sox?
No.
No.
So-
The Cubs were the earliest formed professional sports club in North America, predating the team that is now the Atlanta Braves. But that was in 1903 when they officially became the Cubs.
So I got to ask you. So were the White Stockings and the White Sox playing ball at the same time? I'm wondering.
I don't know. I will check and ask the Google
Okay.
about that one. I'm not
we
sure.
need to figure this one
But
out.
Ryan got that right. The White Stockings. Yes. So if you are a Cubs fan and you knew that answer, good job. This collection should be in your possession.
And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Murray, Eddie Vedder, Harrison Ford, Vince Vaughn, maybe even Billy Corgan ended up with it. These are, if you just Google
guys,
Cubs
give me a call.
fans, those are the ones that Google pops
Give
up.
me a
with.
call. It's a
Susan
different
like
phone
to
number,
hear from
though.
any of these
It's a
gentlemen.
different number. It's 815-482.
Dot, dot, dot.
Yeah, Eddie,
Okay.
call me. Or Bill Murray.
my
You know,
goodness.
I'm sure Bill, I would love to have him at the auction. We got to figure out a way to get in touch with Bill Murray. Who knows how to get in touch with Bill Murray?
Yeah,
Let me know. Give me a call.
And at the bare minimum, if any of you guys want to come and see it, it's here for viewing right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
and folks, when you want to view our auctions, if you can't make the auction itself, we always have viewing the day before. But if you can't make it the day before, call us, make an appointment. In most cases, we can always accommodate you. We have so many people either from out of town that just happen to be in the Chicago area on a certain day for other unrelated business. They need to come over. We're only 40 minutes from the airport. And we have that happen all the time where people that are in town just need to
Right,
sneak
because
over.
normally we're not open to the public on a day-to-day basis.
No, you know,
By appointments,
sadly,
yeah.
you know, it's not an open gallery. We're only open during auction times.
Just during auctions, once or twice a month, and call us, make an appointment. We'd be happy to give you a little private tour of the auction and bring your wish list.
So, Ryan, we're still with you right now because you've got more items in the auction besides sports memorabilia.
Oh yeah.
And again, we've only touched on sports, just the minor, a few things. So we need you to go to the website. The auction is up online right now. You can see all the items that Ryan has in sports. And again, if you have questions, you can call Ryan. His phone number is on the website. But you have more than sports. What else do you have in this auction?
Jewelry.
Okay,
I have a lot of gold pocket watches, probably in the area of 100 lots.
Really?
And
100.
gold.
Wait a minute. You have 100 lots of watches in this auction?
So are
of
they just
gold pocket.
one-offs, one at a time?
Oh yeah. yeah.
Okay. One single item.
They are, because with the ornate cases, back in the day they made them out of gold, and it's basically about a third gold weight.
Wow.
And just to give you an idea, a lot of people don't have any concept of gold. 1 gram of pure gold, just 1 gram of pure, is $124. If you have
That's
14
fabulous.
karat, which is 58.5% pure, that's $72 per gram. So if you have a heavy bracelet, if you have a heavy necklace, if you have a heavy pendant, a couple grams goes a long way. And that's where these crazy numbers start getting really compounded out.
I need to
So-
go look in my jewelry box.
So on an old pocket
No.
watch, the case alone can be $1,000 on up.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely. And we're not even talking about the movement, if there's anything special to the movement.
So how do you
Collectible.
start the bidding on something like that, where we know how much the gold is worth?
With all of my precious metals, I do set a in-house reserve. They are very attainable. They are accounting for everything that is in play. But we can't give away gold.
Right.
Right,
So you're
right.
you're dealing with scrap weight and these type of numbers, but in reality, isn't it true that in most cases it makes sense for people to use the auction system as opposed to just taking it and scrapping it?
Yes, I would definitely argue that. Basically, because at an auction house, we are selling the item as it is. So if you have, for instance, in this auction, we have a really beautiful men's blue topaz ring, very handsome. If you were to come into a gold store, they would give you a quote based off of the gold weight. They would give you a percentage off the gold weight, and they would most likely deduct the weight for that blue topaz, saying that, blah, 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 gemstones aren't really what you think they are. And then basically they do their thing. Here, I am taking the ring as it is. What does it sell for? What can we get out of it? And that's where my pricing comes from. I'm not trying to, obviously I can't let go for less than melt.
Right.
But there's a lot of active numbers that are always involved with gold that you always have to kind of calculate in the back of your head.
Wow. But, I have so many buyers that come to our auction for metal. I mean, they're coming for sterling silver. They're coming for gold. I mean, we sell it extremely, extremely well. And I've got to tell you, our consigners continuously call me and thank me because in so many cases, people first, they take their items to different shops and they try to get a price.
Yeah.
And, then they bring it to us. And in most cases, what they achieve is higher than what they were offered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys ever notice when we're out and about, like if we're at the Huntley Fest or whatever, people will always come up and ask, do you guys do coins? I have some coins. Can you tell me what they're worth? You know what? Call us at 815-923-7000. I have to say coins are probably the most popular thing. And we're going to let you talk to Ryan. He'll sit down with you and go over your coins with you and let you know what they are worth.
So many times, Ryan, is it not the case that coins are worth more numistically than they have scrap value?
Yes. And that's what I am good at is that with all of this, you're kind of dealing with a commodity. So you have the base metal weight, and then you have to take in consideration condition. So you really have to know the field that you're talking about. And I've got 13 years experience in numismatics, so I know what to look for and what not to look for. For instance, like in the Roosevelt Dime series, it's not going to really matter much. You don't have a key date. They're all going to be silver coins. I mean, an unk would go for a little bit more uncirculated, would go for a little bit more than a circulated, but at the end of the day, there's none that are lower stamped or lesser stamped or anything like that. You go to, like the Morgan dollars, anything with a Carson City stamp on the back of it, in coal condition, it's $100. So
wow.
and then silver
Coal condition meaning that it has no value for its date or anything because the condition is so poor.
Exactly.
It's worn.
Well, heavily circulated.
Yeah.
And then but they would still have $24 in melt value. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the game that you play, and that's the game that a lot of coin places play where, we're going to talk about silver value and not numismatic value because there's a huge difference there.
Wow. Well, if you have coins, a single item or an entire coin collection, again, you can contact Ryan at
815-923-7000 or email us at consign, that's CONSIGN, at DonleyAuctions.com. Hope to hear from you. You're listening to the Donley Auctions Hour. We'll be right back. Do you have a collection of coins gathering dust? Hi, I'm Susan with Donley Auctions, and we're looking for gold and silver. Let's turn your collection into cash. Call us today at 815-923-7000. Donley Auctions, always looking for quality consignments.
One more question for Ryan. I'm sure you have coins in this auction.
Oh, yeah.
But you also have currency.
Oh, yeah. And currency is honestly one of my other... I really enjoy currency. I prefer the large currency, meaning the larger bills. The bills that we currently hold today are one size. The ones previously are larger.
Oh, so you're talking about large in size, not large in denomination.
Yeah. Well, I like them both, but because $500 and $1,000 bills are exceedingly valuable. If you have any of those, definitely call me because they're easily worth double face, and there's a lot of them are what are called mules, which would be, for layman's terms, like an error, which would make it exceedingly more valuable, and we would want to get it graded.
When did they stop circulating 500? You're talking about $500 bill.
Yeah.
When did that stop?
I want to say in the 30s off the top of my head. I'd have to double check, but
Interesting.
it was basically a banknote.
I would love to have one of those.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I know I know collectors who actually have $10,000 bills.
Yeah.
So Do you know offhand, were $10,000 bills actually ever in circulation, or were they always made for banks? And if they were made for banks only, how did they get out of the banking system? Because I know a lot of collectors that have them.
Basically, what I know about it is that they were basically for banks. For, at the end of the day, you'd have to, all right, we have $50,000 in physical money, so that it would save a lot of counting. How they got out of there, I'm sure that you probably had to know someone or be the right,
Interesting. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Because those are obviously the more face value it's worth, the lesser amount of them that there are, and the higher demand there would be for those.
That makes sense.
Well, what's interesting about an item like a $10,000 bill, you think about it, if somebody has one, they're not gaining any interest on it because it's sitting in a box or a vault or a safe of some kind, and the only way that they're making any money on that $10,000 note or 1,000 or even 500 is for it to go up numistically, so that it's assigned a value through the coin and currency world. To keep up with the cost of interest.
And that would be the first thing that I would say that I would do if someone walked in with a $10,000 bill. If it was raw, not graded, that would be the first thing that I would say is we'd have to get this identified and properly graded, because then we truly know what we have. Like I was saying before, with mules, there's a lot of what ifs that, if you don't know what you're doing, you could give away a lot of money.
Well, I would have to believe, our currency today is heavily counterfeited.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, there's people overseas that won't even take American currency because it is so heavily counterfeited. I can only imagine some of these antique bills are really heavily counterfeited. So almost anything in that caliber would have to be graded. And
even then, with like China's faking coin slabs. What you have to do is there's a number on the slab. You pull it up online and you find an identifying feature on the coin in your hand and match it up to the one that's on the photo. If you don't see that,
wow. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So
Brian, you know your stuff, that's for sure.
There's a lot to think about in the collecting world, folks. So
coins and currency, jewelry, watches, toys, sports, all coming up October 23rd through the 25th. All of Ryan's favorites coming up on that Saturday. The auction starts at 10 a.m.
And we're still taking phone calls for items. Now, this auction, the October auction, is officially cut off as far as getting your items in it, but we've always got the next auction coming up. But just 2 days ago, I was still putting items in the auction.
Well,
I got a phone call.
I'm dying to talk about one of them. If you could hurry up and get to it, please.
Well,
do you know what it is?
Then. I think
I
do.
It came in yesterday, day before. It is a beautiful white 59 Thunderbird. Now, I want to say I'm a Chevy girl. And I like the 60s, around 68, 69.
You're a Camaro
but
person, I
do.
know.
That Thunderbird's huge. Tell us about it.
This Thunderbird is absolutely, again, Randy using this word incredible. It just is, though, because the gentleman that consigned it bought it from the original family who bought it new in 59. And they actually owned a car dealership. And so this 59 Thunderbird is 100% original as found, has not had any restoration work done to it because it hasn't needed any restoration work done to it. It's that nice, and it has all of the original paperwork from the day that it was bought, the original sales receipts, everything comes with this car. If somebody's looking for a 59 Thunderbird in original condition, not a restored car, the real deal, this is it.
It has quite the swagger for sure. And is that a convertible?
It is not. It's a hardtop, two-door hardtop.
A two-door hardtop. I was reading a little bit on it because I just love the look of it. And in 1959, in the Ford company advertising, they showed these Thunderbirds parked outside of country clubs with well-dressed couples stepping out like they were royalty because they implied that owning a Thunderbird would make you more attractive. So there you have it.
Susan.
We should try it. We should try it. See if it works.
Okay, this could be your daily driver.
I love it.
And again, it's reasonably priced. This is not a car that somebody's looking for, stars in their eyes. I mean, this is truly a car that can be sold.
And that was going to be up for auction on Friday. Remember our super cool Friday night auction? That is October 24th for the beautiful white 59 Thunderbird. Check out the photos online at DonleyAuctions.com.
And we've got a few other cars and motorcycles that'll be coming up in this auction also. I mean, normally I would have to say we have more cars than this in our October auction, but we're a little lean on cars right now. So if you have any automobiles, motorcycles, or what we refer to as petroliana that you would like to sell, we're accepting consignments right now. We need cars, motorcycles. We need signs, big porcelain signs, neon signs.
That'd be great.
Yep.
Yeah, I have room for a couple more really good items Friday night. I would love some more vehicles in there. And how about that stagecoach? Speaking of transportation, what do you know about that stagecoach? It's a beauty. You go from a 59 Thunderbird to a stagecoach.
You started the show with the word cool. What a cool piece this really is. The stagecoach, this is not an antique stagecoach. Okay, for one thing, it's probably only 40, 50 years old.
Okay,
so
good. That's why it looks so
it was
nice.
made up after the period of time of the original Conestoga, Wells Fargo stagecoaches, but it's made all in a natural wood, so it's never been painted. It's stained and varnished, and it's extremely attractive. It was originally made as a functional coach, so it actually does work. It's made to operate. It's not just a prop, but it spent its life in a Western clothing store for years and years, and now it's being offered for the first time at Donley Auctions.
Donley Auctions on Friday, October 24th. Boy, I know a couple companies who should probably look into buying that one.
Yeah, it's
you
just
know who you are.
Absolute great item, and
that'd be great. They got a little Western thing going on over there.
Which kind of leads us right into another auction we've got coming up, the Native American auction, Native American and Old West.
And Old West,
so
yeah.
we have a couple really great collections that have been consigned to us. With Native American and Wild West items. And then we're also adding items out of the Wild West town here in Union, Illinois, which was
talk
my
about provenance.
family-owned business and started in 1974. All the items that were in the museum here are going to be offered for sale.
Well, the other thing I noticed that's coming up, again, this auction is November 22nd and 23rd. Don't forget, folks, check our website at DonleyAuctions.com because we're throwing a lot of dates out there at you. So just check the website so you can see what's coming up. But you know what else is in that auction? The Langoni collection of arts and crafts furniture.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a lot of pieces there, and I'm surprised to see that it's still highly collectible, but that's what I'm hearing.
Oh, geez. For the most part, folks, furniture itself has unfortunately gone down in value in auction world or the antiques collecting world. There's just no young people buying Victorian furniture or Eastlake designs and everything.
Carved wood
as
headboards.
Great as it is, for whatever reason, we've missed a generation of collectors. However, this arts and crafts style of furniture, which was, really, it hit its heyday in about 1905 on to 1910. That's the best period of time for it. But arts and crafts furniture, the best way for me to explain it is to just say, go on our website. You'll be able to see some of it, because for me to paint you a visual picture over the air, I don't think I could do that. But
go to our website at DonleyAuctions.com. We'll have photos up shortly on the Native American and Wild West auction.
Right.
What other items are you going to have from the Wild West town in there? Is it stuff from the museum itself?
Well, there's the entire museum collection. If you've been a visitor over the years at Donley's Wild West, we're selling the entire collection of antiques out of the museum building, and again, starting with the Wild West portion of it.
But it's not strictly Wild West Town, Donley's Wild West Town merchandise, like from the gift shop and stuff that was around the park or anything. It's mostly from the museum section, correct?
That's correct. We're selling museum items here. The memorabilia just from the Wild West Town is not.
So I know people have asked about the big bison that's out there.
Well,
Something
as
like
a
that
matter of
gonna go
fact,
in?
that big bison, a stuffed buffalo, is going to be in the November auction,
Okay.
without a doubt, as well as some other taxidermy and items. So let's talk about a few other auctions coming up, Susan.
Okay. Coming up over the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm telling you, we have so much sports memorabilia that will be coming up again. Brian, you agree with me on that? With the dates, we'll probably do it either before Thanksgiving or before Christmas, one of the two. We're probably going to have another firearms and military auction in that time frame as well. But coming up, which I cannot wait for, February 7th is the John Bannister collection, the D-Day collection coming up in February. That's just one day, I think, right?
It's a one-day auction, and it's a fabulous auction for any military collectors out there. You just don't want to miss this. If for no other reason, just to see it. The items are that rare, you're not going to see it again.
And again, I just want to remind everybody, if you want to check out the dates and know what we have coming up, so you can either be prepared to buy or bid at the auction, got to know in advance and do your homework and come out here or look at the photos. Go to our website at donleyauctions.com, or if you'd like to consign with us, email us at consign@donleyauctions.com, because you are going to want to get things consigned with us sooner than later for any of these upcoming auctions.
That's right. And again, we're always looking for more merchandise, complete collections or single items, and you can see the entire list of what we're looking for on our website.
On our website at donleyauctions.com. And we'd like to thank everybody for listening to our Donley Auctions Hour right here every Sunday at WLS AM 890. For now, I'm Susan.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Randy Donley.
And
we'll
we'll
see you at the auction.